My 94 Vette is leaking transmission fluid on the floor of my garage. So we're gonna put the old girl up on the lift and we're going to replace the vehicle speed sensor O-ring. We're at the front of the car looking back. There's the oil pan, the exhaust, and this right there is the speed sensor. That connector's got to come off, and up there is a bolt. You can just make it out right there. That's got to come out, and the whole assembly should just slide right out. I do have a tool that I got. This is J38417. It's supposed to be making removal of this easier, because I guess these are at risk to break. If you're going to use a new vehicle speed sensor, it's not a big deal, but I'm going to reuse this one, so I might use that tool. 10 millimeter is the bolt size. You can get it there with a wrench or a socket. It's a little tight squeeze, but it's doable, even if you got big oaf hands like I do. I've got the catch can underneath. Now I've got that screw out because I figure if it's leaking, there's probably fluid behind it. And I have no idea how much is going to come out when I remove this sensor. I was able to loosen the thing a little bit by hand. Oh, there comes some fluid. I really didn't need the tool. It wasn't that hard to pull out, just a little finesse, a little wiggling, and I was able to get it. There it goes, all the way out now. Okay. Now let's take this over to the bench and clean it up, see what's what. I've got the sensor off, all cleaned up, and it looks to be in good shape. And I just don't know how to use this tool, even with the thing off the car. I just can't figure out I see the directions here. Tell you how to use it, but orient it like that, and this piece, I don't know. Does this piece go on top or below this middle tab? I don't know. But whatever. I'm sure there's someone out there smarter than me that can show us all how to do that. But for now, I'm going to replace this seal, this O-ring right here, and get it back in the car. The O-ring you're looking for is this GM part number 15552 and the new ones are blue, so that means upgraded, right? Probably. Back underneath the car, I'm going to wipe down the sealing surface one more time, make sure there's no burrs. There weren't any before, but never hurts to double check. And I'll spread a little ATF on the new O-ring, and I'll set the VSS back in there. I've got everything back in, except for the bolt up there at the top I'm working on. But it lined up pretty good. I had to tap a little bit, just maybe a 1/16 of an inch to get the hole lined up with the tab. But I'm gonna wrench down on that bolt and plug the connector back in. We should be good to go. Well, that's all there is to it as far as replacing the O-ring and the vehicle speed sensor. Not a very rough job. I think if I didn't have to fiddle with the camera and figure out how to use that silly tool, I probably could have had it out, cleaned, and back in 10 or 15 minutes, maybe less. When I wipe down this area, I'm going to throw some fresh cardboard down on the floor of my garage to monitor for leaks. A lot of this stuff was tough to do with one hand and holding the camera, so I apologize that you didn't get to see a whole lot, but hopefully you got kind of the gist of what needs to be done. It's not that complicated at all. It's very, very easy. And that's it. We'll keep an eye on it. I'll take it for a spin now and make sure that the speedometer actually works. And don't forget to throw in a little bit of ATF, because we did lose some when we pulled that sensor out. So I've got a quart jug around here somewhere. I'll just put a couple glubs back in and call it a day. Thanks for watching.